What's happening? Crypto fam, happy Thursday. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So thank you. This morning I've not even got an article to read or anything. I wanted to vent a bit of opinion. So I don't really know where this is gonna go. Hopefully don't end up on mad rant. But currencies are done. I'm not going in that far. Currencies are done. I mean, I understand that we've still got them for about another 10, 20, maybe 30 years. But currencies are done as a form of payment and settlement. They're just done. They have been for decades. People just haven't realised it. So, we established the other day that there's nothing behind your fiat, especially in the UK, especially in the US as well, but we'll just stick to the UK for now because we were speaking about decimalisation and that yesterday. So, I promised to pay the bearer the sum of £10 on what people believe is a piece of paper worth £10. That piece of paper is not worth £10, it's actually just an IOU. Well, no, it's worth £10. Sorry, we fucked up already. It is worth £10, but it's not £10. People walking around thinking that a £10 note is £10 would be wrong. The £10 note is actually an IOU from the Bank of England saying they promised to pay the bearer of that £10 note £10 worth of actual value, not an IOU. So, since we established the other day that they can't pay that back, we established yesterday that decimalisation completely changed the game of currency moving forward, and digitalisation, the tokenization, whatever you really want to call it, right? The digital revolution is going to kill currencies as we know them, to the point where the W3C say there's going to be no payments. What they mean by that is there's going to be no payments. It's just a swap. You're just going to see it as a swap, whether it's a swap in service, a swap in value, a swap in assets, a swap in products. It's going to be a swap. It is at the moment. You're swapping something, you're swapping value, you're swapping currency for a product or a service. Right? In the future, the only reason the currency needs to be there is so you know the value of that product. Now, I'm used to using Great British pounds, obviously. The Americans are used to using the dollar, Russians are used to using their currency, and all the Africans are used to using all their currencies. Asians are no different, yeah? So everyone's used to using their own currency. As this digital world takes off, and this digital revolution actually starts gaining some traction, what are we hearing more and more of? Can't I just pay with XRP? Can't I just pay with Bitcoin? Can't I just pay with Ether? Can't I just pay with TRX or EOS or BAX or any of the others? Can't I just pay with one of them? And in some cases you can now. There are some platforms and some third parties that are allowing you to pay through their APIs and their platforms. It's not like Amazon at the fucking payment thing says pay with XRP yet. It may never say pay with XRP. The difference is, in the future, I don't believe they're going to care about the value in fiat currency. So the further it goes, the more the Brits will no longer care about the pound. It's hard to imagine. I know. It's hard to imagine the pound going away, disappearing. It's a lot easier to imagine the physical pound disappearing and it becoming completely digital. But then the 20, 30, 40 years beyond that, where it's actually legitimately just going to probably fucking die out. That's interesting to see. Interesting to see. Banks still give mortgages out. Excuse me. The coin will survive when it becomes a CBDC from the bank. And any bank that wants to give a mortgage out or anything like that is going to be able to say, well, we've got our token, and to get a mortgage with us, you have to pay back in this or whatever. Yeah, they're going to force you at times to buy CBDC, Great British Pounds, just so they can fucking sell them and receive them back legitimately. Whereas most kids are going to grow up like, why can't I just sell Why can't I just sell my Fortnite skin for that Mars bar? Why can't I sell a Facebook share for, or a little bit of a Facebook share for a bottle of whiskey? Why can't I swap anything of value for anything else of value? Something else I want to do, and I really want to do it. Does anyone remember the loot? The new, I don't know even if it's still going. I think I've Googled it a few times. Google, make me more intelligent. The loot paper. The loot. Oh, damn! Innovation! Innovation! It's me thinking the loot's died off, mate. Innovation. They went digital, bruh. They went digital. See Blockbuster doing that, did you? Hey, Blockbuster, fucking loot. Established in 1985. I'm a year older than it, bruh. Anywho, before they get a load of giddy, has this still got a stop? Don't tell me this has still got a swap shop. I'm going to be ringing them up. Categories: motors, property, jobs, for sale, articles. Nope, it's not. Motors, property, jobs, motors, cars, vans, commercial vehicles, car parts, accessories, camper vans, blah blah blah. Now again, yeah, you might want to be filtering, but if I go car, I'm gonna click cars here now. Find cheap used cars for sale in the UK. So we want these to either be cash sales or just an outright trade for another asset. Now it could be a house, it could be a caravan, it could be a camper van, it could be a truck, it could be a go-kart, it could be a really, really powerful PC, it could be the biggest telly you've ever seen. It's actually worth as much as a guy's Beamer. You don't know what it's gonna be, but we need to be able to trade for. We used to get motorbikes. We used to get old motorbikes, strip them down, clean them up a little bit, build it back up, and then get them on Swap Shop, swapping it for a better bike. But a better bike that was a bit shit. Do you know what I mean? And then you pulled that little one in and you got it cleaned up a little bit, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I knew that'd be a sick bike when it's clean. And then you clean it up for something else. And we moved on like that. I don't know what happened, mate. I don't know how we was doing stuff that good in our teens, and then all of a sudden I turned 18 and saw the pub. I was like, should we go pub for a bit? In the pub till 26 years old, mate. Didn't get out the fuck up. Didn't get out of it. I didn't get out of it unless the police were bringing me out. Anyhow, swap shop. It's all going to go to the swap shop. Anyone who remembers the loot swap shop is going to be like, do you know what? He's fucking bang on. We just had an app like that where we could go and not only trade digital assets for other digital assets, you just trade any item you want for any item you want. We need to make a QR scanner, like a QR printer that prints QR codes on something ridiculously well. It might have to actually etch them on, you know, engrave them on and etch them on. Possible. But we need somewhere where, like, this is my phone now. It's not Samsung. It's mine. Scott Pratt's. I deserve the right to sell this. I deserve the right to whack a fucking QR code there and flog it on. I could sell it on eBay. Why can't I put a QR code to say it actually came from me? And then I put all my contract information on it to say that I was the only ever owner. Now, I'm talking about existing products that we want to put on something like that. Now, in the future, products are just going to come linked to a blockchain. You'll be able to scan the QR code. You'll see the product's history, where it was produced, who produced it, how long it took, where it's been since, who's owned it since. It's RRP, recommended retail price, would pop up, and you're going to be like, bruh, you got it for 15 quid, it's only a tenner. Only supposed to be a tenner. Bit of haggling going down then, but you know what I'm getting at? I'm getting at the point that in the future, what do we need pounds for? Do I need pounds for? Well, can anyone guess what I need pounds for at the moment? Because we've established that if I so choose to, I can use PayID or Zoom and some other applications, Crypto.com and other things, to make sure If I spend on Amazon, I can use XRP. If I spend online there, I can use XRP. I can use a digital asset there. I can use a digital asset there. Do you know when I need Great British pounds? When I'm trying to think of what I'm actually worth, as the net worth starts creeping up, we're reducing debt and we're gathering investments and that's all. The net worth's actually turning around a little bit now. And it just needs to keep going. But it's the pounds. What you worth? How much you get paid? How much is that? How much is that? What's that worth? What's that worth? Everywhere in the UK, that's pounds. What do you want for that tenner? Well, I just want anything else that I really want that's worth a tenner, mate. I don't have to be that fucking IOU piece of paper. I'd rather actually have a product that I can fucking use. Excuse me. Everyone get in the comments. Get in the comments. Let me know if, when you think currencies are going to die. I don't just mean fiat currencies becoming CBDCs. I mean CBDCs just basically not being bought. Just being fucking there. As a... Oh, what's... How many XRPs a pound? So everyone's going to want to know. How many pounds in an XRP? How many dollars in an XRP? How many dollars in a UN credit? How many pounds in a UN credit? The UN credit. So almost definitely what it will be. IMF credits. It might not be the United Nations credit. Do you know what I mean? But I know it's in credits in Star Trek, UN credits in Altered Carbon, United Nations credit. I'm fucking putting it, mate. I'm going for it. Oh hello, who can join the United Nations Federal Credit Union? Oh, what the fucking hell have I gone on here? Digital banking, United Nations Federal Credit Union. Separate out my payments for your loan. Get fucking loans off the United Nations. Shit. They got 4.3 billion in assets, founded in 1947. You horrible bastards. Bretton Woods, man. That was a master plan. You won't talk about master plans. That was a master plan. IMF credit. I was trying to find someone like who's spoke about it. Stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, and cross-border payments, casting light on central bank digital currency, special drawing rights, International Monetary Fund, the regulation of crypto assets, International Money Fund. I mean, how long are they going to keep pushing the special drawing rights to be a solution when it's clearly not a solution? Otherwise, we wouldn't have the current problems, you know what I mean? It was created in 1969, the SDR basket, so if it was that fucking good, I think it'd have fixed it by now. It's had enough fucking time. The SDR was created as a supplementary international reserve asset in the context of the Bretton Woods fixed exchange rate system. The collapse of Bretton Woods system in 1973 and the shift of major currencies to float exchange rate regimes lessened the resilience on the SDR as a global reserve asset. Nonetheless, SDR allocations can play a role in providing liquidity to supplementing member countries' official reserves, as was the case amid the global financial crisis. The SDR serves as the unit of account of the IMF and some other international organisations. The SDR is neither a currency nor a claim on the IMF. Now, the SDR is the basket of currencies. The unit of credit that comes out of it is the XDR. This could be the UN credit I'm talking about. And it's basically, it will wait, in my opinion, it will wait In fact, we got 5 currencies. And if you change one at a time, each review, that's 25 years till it goes fully digital. So you imagine next year XRP is added to the SDR basket. And then the next year another one's added, XLM. Next year, it's 5 years later, the next review. And then 5 years, and then 5 years, and then 5 years, if they ever added 2 at a time. I've not looked into it. XDR to GBP. It was about £1.16p, wasn't it? £1.16p was it last time? Well, it's £1.6p now. That will be, sorry about the screen, guys. I'll get a new phone early next year. That will be the currency. If you had to throw out a bet now, you had like, look, you got to put your life fucking savings on this one bet, or I'll shoot you in the fucking head. It's XDR would be the credit of the future, because it's the current credit of the XRD. Sorry, what does that mean? XRD will be the SDR basket's credit, because the SDR basket is the actual basket. It's not the unit of value that's coming out of the basket. Shit, they're bad, eh? Shit, they're bad. Oh, it's asking if I want to convert it here. Let's just have a look at this before we go. Cookie management. You better go for your cookies. Preferences. No. No. One XDR. 1.10 GBP on it. The special drawing rights. So I'm wondering. Let me go back to that. ISO 4217 code is XDR. X. What did we establish X as? Not a commodity. Was it an asset? ISO one. Because Google, make me more intelligent. 4217 codes. X codes. X codes. Google. Jump to X currencies. I've looked at this before, but when you generally Googling, you generally have to do it about 3 or 4 times, if anyone's wondering. When you try to make yourself more intelligent, mate, try to remember something. Yeah. Like we did about that word yesterday. We did this. I can't remember that word from decimalization article. But if I Googled it another couple of times, I'd start remembering it. X currencies, in addition to codes for most active national currencies, ISO 4217 provides codes for supranational currencies, procedural purposes, and several things which are similar to currencies. Codes for the precious metal gold, XAU, silver, XAG, palladium, XPD, and platinum, XPT. They're formed by prefixing the element's chemical symbol with the letter X. These currency units. IMF unit. UN credit. Call it what you want. The code XCS is reserved for testing. The code XXS is used to denote a transaction involving no currency. There are also codes specifying certain monetary instruments used in international finance, e.g. XDR is a symbol for special drawing rights issued by the International Monetary Fund. The codes for most supranational currencies, such as the East Caribbean dollar, the CFP franc, the CFA franc, the BEAC and CFA franc, the predecessor to the euro, and the European Currency Unit, the ECU, had the code XEU. The use of an initial letter X for these purposes is facilitated by the ISO 3166 rule that no official country code beginning with X will ever be assigned. The inclusion of the EU, ooh, interesting. So, I mean, it is going to change somewhat rotten, and it interesting that XRP has the X code. It looks supranational. Excuse me, supranational already, a super currency. So it's one of the. I mean, it could be XRP, guys. XRP could be added to the SDR basket. They could start removing all the others, and they could just call it an XDR moving forward, because that's the credit. It's the unit of credit that will come from it, and just add more and more cryptos over time. But if they don't remove a currency when they add XRP, that means in 25 years you could have 5 fiat currencies and fucking 5 digital currencies in there. So it's very interesting how it's going to play out. The meeting in November, I actually don't even think we'll get to see much of it. I'm being perfectly honest there. I think whatever happens during that meeting, the majority of information of that's going to be made public will be made public at the World Economic Forum meeting 2 to 3 months later. Hopefully, we get to watch the fucking IMF one live. I don't see why we shouldn't. People should be able to watch stuff like that live. We should be able to watch generals talk about bombing Afghanistan. We should. Don't get out with a shit. I don't care anymore. You sat in a room talking about killing people. Don't judge me because I want to listen. I want to have a say in it. So we've got a load of politicians in Britain deciding where our army goes, and I can't even listen into the fucking conversation. Nah, get fucked, mate. Get fucked. I'm going way beyond currency there, but that's a rant for another day. I actually stayed away from the rant. I'm proud of myself. Got the language down a little bit, I think. Felt like I did. I'm going. But real talk, fiat currencies have definitely had the day. The days are numbered. We all know that. CBDCs, the minute they're in, the days are numbered. People don't even realise mobile phones likely got a lifespan now. This is I don't know when it is. I don't know when it will be. But as amazing as this device is, this is the key to the future. It's the remote to the world. It's the new remote to the flaming world, right? And I tell you now, within 10, 20, 30, 40 years, that is not going to exist. It's just going to be a strap on what it's going to do with a watch. Like, your watch will be as capable as your phone. And the only people who actually walk around with a phone is the people who want a full screen in front of the face but can't be bothered either wearing the smart augmented glasses or getting some of the contact lenses in. And them Muppets are still going to walk around with a phone. And you're going to have the new, like, 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds looking at you like, look at that fucking granddad over there, the phone, the fucking dick. Look at him, 20, 45, they're all going to be like, they've still got a fucking phone in. It's like when you go to your granddad's now, they've still got that winding phone. Oh my days. He's still got a VHS player in him, you know. Guys, it's Thursday, it's Friday tomorrow. Got a lot to do, a lot planned, mate. I need to get on it today. It's going to be a busy day. John, wireless racer, good luck. Today, going to knock it out of the park. Every faith in you. For anyone wondering what that was all about, we will tell you very, very soon. Keep your ears to the ground on that one. Wireless racer doing big things today. And we will be doing big things in the future with them. So, stay tuned. In the meantime, invest in yourself, your hobbies, your family, the internet of value. Hold on to the lot until you're ready to let it go. Enjoy the rest of your week. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. We love crypto. We love the internet of value. We love the fact that it's highly likely just going to kill currencies for good. You know? We love you. Till the next one. Peace.